Everybody right now has dreams, don't they, guys? All right, everybody in the NFL, I have a dream of making it in the NFL. I got a dream of winning a Super Bowl. I got a dream of being in a Pro Bowl. I'm really not into dreams anymore, okay? I'm into fucking nightmares. You guys with me on that?
Mosh pit.
You gotta end somebody's dream. You gotta take their job. You gotta take their heart. Are you guys clear about this NFL shit now? We're not trying to go to the Peach Bowl. We're not trying to go to the Gator Bowl or the Bluebonnet Bowl. We're trying to go to the Super Bowl.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Just win, baby. I love it. You know, I sit in my office and I just shake. I get so excited.
What's good, Raider Nation? What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. We got to address my video on Sunday because I'm getting a lot of flack for it, and I think a lot of what I said got misconstrued because it was an emotional post-game reaction. Alcohol was flowing during the game, so I was a little heated, and I let it be known. And, I'm not sorry for that. And I'll back myself up, but I will work to kind of clear some things up because, like I said, it was an emotional reaction. I wasn't trying to be super analytical. I wasn't trying to be, super correct in all my points. I was just letting my emotions out on the mic, which is what I do after games when I have the chance to. And I thought that this was definitely a win that the Raiders didn't deserve. And I will stand by that till I go to my grave. The Raiders did not deserve this win. And we'll look at some things and we'll see why. I want to make one thing clear really quick before we go forward. I am always on this channel going to give you my honest opinions, my raw emotions. My passion's going to bleed out onto this channel, and that's the way I like to run things. Some people really love it. Some people don't like to hear what other people have to say if it doesn't align with their beliefs. Now, with that being said, if you're the kind of person who disagrees with another fan and then proceeds to call them a fake fan for having an opinion about the team, cut that out. That is one of the most childish things I have ever seen in my life. Look, it's not that serious. It really isn't. But for you to take the time out of your day and go at somebody and question their fandom and how they feel about a team and say that they should go be a fan of a different team because they're not a real Raider fan, cut it out, man. If I'm a fake Raider fan, man, I feel bad for other Raider fans that don't put as much time or energy into this team as I do. Because, bro, I bleed silver and black. I do. I wouldn't be sitting here taking time out of my day to make YouTube videos and to talk to people in Raider Nation, to have a community. Why would I do that? It's not like this is the most lucrative thing that I could do on YouTube. There's plenty of other things that I could do, but I choose to do the Raiders because that's what I'm passionate about. So that really bugs me when people call other people fake fans. It's happened on my channel before. In the comments, people have battled it out saying, "Oh, you're not a real fan. Cut it out, man. Everybody can be as much of a Raider fan as they want to be. Stop the hate. It's ridiculous." Let's jump into it, man. Now, before we jump into the Derek Carr conversation of this video, we're going to take a look at this final play that the Jets put out on defense and why it was so unprecedented and so ridiculous, and why I truly believe that the Raiders didn't earn a victory. The Jets handed them one. And now I'm not saying that to say that the Jets are for sure tanking and this was a call made by a DC who knows he's going to get fired and did it out of spite. I'm not saying all that. That's for the birds. But what I am saying is this was a call that has really never been made before, sending more than 6 guys on an all-out cover zero blitz in a Hail Mary situation. It doesn't happen. And in fact, it was such a bad call that the Jets had to fire the guy the next day. And I like Pat McAfee a lot. He's got a great show. And I was perusing his show, the day after the game, and he made some really good points that kind of backed up what I was saying, in that this is totally insane. And you guys should go watch the episode. I'm going to put up a little screenshot of it real quick. I think they had some really good discourse about this topic. He brought in a couple other people to talk about it, and mentioned things like, was talking to AJ Hawk, a former linebacker, and said, look, if this play call comes into your helmet and you're the one calling the plays in the huddle, are you checking out of this? And AJ Hawk said, yeah, 100%. This is ridiculous. So, look, there were 252 plays in NFL history that have been recorded that have the same criteria as this game. Final 15 seconds, down by 4 to 8 points, meaning you need to score a touchdown, 40-plus yards to the end zone, and not to mention the Raiders had no timeouts, so that makes it even more crazy. The Jets were the first defense to ever send 6-plus pass rushers in this situation, and look what it got them. I mean, how do you not just play cover here? How do you not just put guys on the goal line and say, throw it past us? You can't do it. We'll stop you right here. Let's look at the play, man. Now, first things first. The Jets line up. They've got 6 guys in the box. They've got a nickel corner pressed up against the slot receiver. They've got their 2 safeties are only 10 yards off the ball. Now, normally in this situation, you have 3 guys back deep. You've got your corners playing off a little bit. You're keeping things in front of you, right? What's the one play that can't happen? Touchdown over the top. Now you've got man coverage with no safety help over the top against one of the fastest players in the NFL, in Henry Ruggs. Not only do you have man coverage over Henry Ruggs with no safety help, but this safety here is going to end up coming up and running some sort of spy or a cover one in the middle of the field. I don't know what this guy's doing. It's a total waste of a player here. He just comes up and eyes Derek Carr like Derek Carr is going to run for 50 yards. It doesn't make any sense to me. The other thing that makes no sense to me is that the Jets are only dropping 3 into coverage. They're going to bring 8. They're going to bring 7 on a blitz, and then the one guy's running some sort of spy or delayed blitz or cover one shallow middle of the field type of zone coverage. Like I said, I don't know what the hell they're thinking here. I don't know what it is. But the bottom line is they're only covering with 3 guys. There is no way that you guys can tell me that this was a Greg Williams staple call here. This is a no-brainer. You play prevent defense in this situation. No other team would do this. Now, the fact that they don't put a safety over the top of Henry Ruggs makes this play a lot easier for Derek Carr to make because he doesn't have to make a great throw. In fact, the throw wasn't great. He just put it up there where Henry Ruggs could go get it. It drifted towards the inside of the field a little bit. Had there been a safety over the top, even just one, even if they didn't blitz the one safety and they put one guy over the top of Henry Ruggs, that play probably doesn't happen. And you're only covering 4, you only put 4 into coverage if that's the case. Even that's crazy, but even that would have worked. You'll see Derek Carr's throw tails into the inside. It's a good enough throw to get the job done. You're not going to convince me that Derek Carr and the Raiders went out and drew up something to beat the Jets here. This was a very simple play call. It was a double move on the outside, and Derek Carr even said it in the post game that he was looking Henry Ruggs' way the whole time. Now, had the Jets went out and played real defense against this doesn't work. And Derek Carr's eyeing down one receiver. He has one option. It's not like they went out and put up a hook and ladder and had some miracle. The only miracle is that the Jets defensive coordinator is an idiot. It's the only miracle here. Now, I'm not going to take anything away from the play that Derek Carr made because, look, he in the face of pressure, he stepped up. He delivered a ball that was good enough to get the win in that situation. So I don't want it to seem like, Derek Carr doesn't deserve anything for this. I just don't believe that Derek Carr went out and did something insane to go beat the Jets. All he did was, step up in the face of pressure, which is his job, and delivered a ball that was good enough to catch, which is his job. Now, did Derek Carr make the play when it counted? Yes. Did he have some really bad throws this game? Yes, some awful throws. Did he miss opportunities to put the game away on the drive before? Yes, he did. And that's what frustrates me, is it took the Jets making a absolute moronic, idiotic, stupid play call for the Raiders to win out in this game. which is why I do not believe that the Raiders earned a victory here. Henry Ruggs runs a decent route. I mean, he's slack in the first half, gives him a little stutter stop, and goes. Wasn't anything crazy. If you're that corner in that situation, you should be tailing your ass back so that you don't get beat deep. These are the simplest things. You know only one play can beat you, and the Jets allowed that one play to happen when they knew what was coming, right? What this boils down to is a terrible play call and even worse execution, and that's the bottom line for me. Now, I want to address what I said about Derek Carr on Sunday, because a lot of you guys think that, I don't support him anymore, or, I'm calling for him to be benched or whatever. It's not the case. My comments about Derek Carr were a little bit out of place. I was frustrated with some of the throws that he made, and I'm a little bit, worried about how he looks in the pocket when things are breaking down. I didn't mean to come off saying like, oh, it's time to bench Derek Carr. I even said that I'm not in the camp of people that are saying it's Mariota time. I don't believe that. I think Derek Carr gives us our best chance to win. But I am also worried because I'm seeing signs of 2017 Derek Carr. After his injury, when he was dancing around in the pocket looking scared, the play breaks down and he doesn't have the skills or the wherewithal to improvise and make a play. He panics, throws the ball out of bounds when we need a play. Just little things like that. And I know that Gruden is big on protect the football. The next play is the best play. But it's still frustrating me. And I know it frustrates a lot of you too. Also, I want to make it super clear that I think the offensive line is a huge part to blame in Derek Carr's bad throws, lack of success, being scared of the pocket. He has been getting destroyed. There's been no blocking the past 2 weeks, and I'm fully aware of that. And I thought I made that clear enough in my video on Sunday. If I didn't, I apologize. This is not all on Derek Carr. I don't want to make it seem like that was my take on things. This offensive line has been bad, very banged up and very bad. And I don't blame Derek Carr for, kind of reverting back into those old habits of his, because look, he's been under massive pressure. And, I think he's trying to make something happen, but he just doesn't look comfortable. And it worries me going down the stretch. If this offensive line isn't going to step up for him, he needs to be the one to step up. I mentioned elite quarterbacks, and I did that for a reason. And that reason is elite quarterbacks will take their team and elevate them to the next level. Derek Carr the past 2 weeks has not been elevating this team. He hasn't been doing anything to make up for the bad offensive line play, to make up for the drop passes. He's not really pushing this team forward. Also, it's the lack of movement. He stopped using his legs. That's one thing we were touting Derek Carr for, is that he was finally breaking out of the pocket and making plays with his legs. And now it seems like he doesn't want to, make those runs anymore. He's waiting until somebody gets open, nobody gets open. He's on the sideline and he just throws it away on a third down instead of trying to make a play. Those are the little things that are starting to get me. But I want to make it very clear. I still have Derek Carr's back. I always have. You guys know that I've been a very big Derek Carr supporter on this channel. I do believe that he is our best bet going forward. I just see little things and I'm starting to worry. And that's what I aired my grievances out, okay? I feel a lot better after I did that. That's what that video is supposed to be. It's a post-game reaction video. Sometimes people aren't going to agree with you, but, and I don't mind that. I don't mind if you disagree. I like people who will disagree and come and tell me in the comments, and we'll have a chat about it. So these are just some things that was weighing heavily on my mind, because I was looking forward to the future, right? To the playoffs, to this playoff stretch that we have going forward with multiple must-win games. And then going to the playoffs, it worries me that our offense is stalling out. The offensive line doesn't look good. Derek's kind of looking like he was in the past after his injuries. All these things played into my emotions coming out on Sunday after the game. And I do believe that if the Raiders continue to play like they played against the Jets and against the Falcons, this season is in the trash. They're not going to beat the Dolphins. They're not going to beat the Colts. And those are the two games you have to win to make the playoffs. And I'm not concerned about a W this week or a W that week, whatever. A lot of you guys said a win's a win. In my eyes, a win's not just a win. Like, there's a lot of things that go into, the final score being what it is and how teams play. And I'm taking all that and I'm looking towards the future with this team. Yeah, I get it. The Raiders' mantra is just win, baby. They went out and they just won, baby. I get it. I'm ecstatic that they won that game. But during the second half, I couldn't stop being pissed off at the play that they were putting on the field. And then the Jets gave them an unprecedented defensive call that should have never been made. I don't care if that's his style of play, that he lives on the blitzes. No team has ever done that, and no team ever will after this. Now, there's two things that I want to touch on that were common threads in the comments. Obviously, people came to Derek Carr's defense and said that he had a great game. He threw over 300 yards, had 4 touchdowns, threw the ball almost 50 times. And, the completion percentage wasn't great. He missed a lot of important throws. And in a game where you throw the ball almost 50 times, I would expect those kind of stats. So the stat line argument doesn't really work for me. I would expect his stats to be a little bit better, to be honest. The second thing is people want to bring up the defense and the turnovers, fumbles, things like that. We've talked about how bad this defense is on this channel multiple times. I hold Derek Carr to a higher standard than I hold this defense, and you guys should too. This defense is young. They don't have the best coordinator, in my opinion, and in a lot of your opinions, not the best coordinator. They have a lot of room to grow. Derek Carr, this is his 3rd year in this system. He's been around in the league. This is Derek Carr's time to be the best Derek Carr he can be. That's why I hold him to a higher standard, and that's why I was upset at the level of play that I think he was exuding in the game. So that's that. I think I've addressed everything that I wanted to address in regards to my video on Sunday. Definitely the most controversial video that I've ever put out, and for good reason, man. I did come out hot, man. I was scorching, and even my buddy watched the video and he's like, dude, you were crazy on that one. So look, I know that it was a lot to handle, and I appreciate you guys sticking by, and for those of you that came to the comments for some real discourse, I appreciate you, and I look forward to it after this video too. I want to chit chat. I want to see where your guys' heads are at this point in the week versus right after the game. Once you've seen some things broke down, some media coverage, how do you feel about the way that we won that game now? Now, I had planned on this being a film study and a news video and a pregame for the Colts, but it's already at 15 minutes, so I'm going to cut it off here, and I'm going to make a separate video for news and pregame for the Colts game. But look, I hope that what I just did here helps you guys understand where I was coming from on Sunday, and helps you see kind of why I wasn't happy with the win, and I'm still not happy with the way they played. I'm happy that we got a win, but I'm not happy with the way that they played and the way that they got the win. So I hope you guys can kind of see where I was coming from. I know I came off super hot in the post-game video, but I was heated, man. And I know I wasn't the only one. There's people in the comments that said, look, you hit the nail on the head. I felt the same way. This is ridiculous. We can't play like this and win. And like I said earlier in the video, I'm always going to bring you guys my honest opinions, and my passion's going to bleed through. So I want to say, if it rubbed any of you guys the wrong way, I'm sorry about that. But, I'm not going to change who I am or change how I do things on this channel, because I believe that, conveying your passions and putting your heart on your sleeve is a good thing. It lets people know where you stand, and I'm not going to back down from that. So if I rubbed you the wrong way and you took it a certain type of way, and you're pissed off at me, you had to go unsubscribe, which a couple people did. I lost some subs from this video, and it is what it is. But that's who I am, and some people appreciate it, some people don't. But I think it's the best way to live your life, man. Be who you are, and don't apologize for it. Be passionate, wear your heart on your sleeve, show people what's up, and the real ones will fall in line. And I got a ton of real ones here, and I'm super appreciative for all you guys. You guys, we're a little bit of light that's shown through a lot of bad comments, a lot of people that were calling me an idiot, saying that I'm out of line. Whatever, dude. It's the internet. Not everybody's gonna agree with your position on things, but I'm fine with it. I've made my peace, and I hope that you guys get something out of this video, and we can kind of level the playing field here, because there's a lot of people that were upset. So cheers to you guys. Much love, Raider Nation. Till next time. Peace.